So you clicked in this video because you're feeling stuck in photography and your hometown doesn't really inspire you anymore. Let me give you a few solutions. What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ilias, I'm a photographer located in Athens, Greece. And if you're new here, basically in this channel we're doing street photography, portrait photography, wedding photography, any kind of professional photography. And we're also talking about gear, travel photography and all that kind of stuff. So if you like all these kind of things, then maybe consider joining the family and subscribing, or even give a like in this video. This really helps out with the algorithm. So to the point of this video. So I recently got this comment over here and it basically stated that this person is feeling really uninspired and that his hometown doesn't really inspire him to photograph. So I've been stuck in this loophole myself because I found myself in a place where I really hated to go out and do photography in Athens. And this has something to do with the mindset that I think that my hometown is ugly, which it kinda is, to be honest. Athens doesn't really have the best houses or the best streets to photograph. It is really a random place because everything is all around the place. Nothing seems to be clicking, there is no geometry, there is no symmetry. It is a really weird place to photograph, but there are always a few solutions. So the first solution that I can give you guys out in order to get you guys again inspired is to shoot during different times of the day on your hometown. So next time, try to wake up really early in the morning where you get that nice fog, you get that nice atmosphere, and you might get surprised with how different the sceneries are if you shoot during morning and if you shoot during the evening. So if you have never tried it out, then try for sure to change the time that you're shooting. Maybe during the really early hours of the day, or even during the really late hours of the day where the sun is down. We have all these different lights and you can try to find all these new compositions that weren't really there when the sun was up. Alright, let's talk about tip number 2 now, and what I want you guys to do for tip number 2 is to shift your vision a little bit. And what I mean by that is I want you guys to go out and try different photography techniques, and you might be really surprised by finding out how many different compositions and photographs there are in a place where you have photographed countless times before. And one of the techniques that I really recommend is basically the separation between highlights and shadows. In this technique, basically you're trying to photograph a scenery or something more abstract like a few details while taking advantage of the harsh separation of the highlights in a frame where we have mostly shadows. So I talked about this technique in the previous video, so if you want to watch that, then you can find it down in the description or somewhere over here. I really suggest to watch this video till the end and then go and study my previous video about this technique. But there are also other types of techniques that you can try out in a place where you have photographed countless of times. Maybe you can do long exposures during the daytime and you can basically create ghosts of people walking inside of your frame, or simply do long exposures during the nighttime where you can get these nice trails on the road of all the cars and the buses and all that kind of stuff. So basically my point is to find all these different photography techniques and try them out on places where you have photographed and you feel like there are no more photographs out there for you. I think that there are, and I think that you are going to enjoy yourself really much if you find out that you can create so many compositions and so many different photographs from a single place, which at this time might seem boring, but I guarantee you that you can create stunning images by just shifting your vision a little bit. And tip number 3 that I can give you is to basically go for a hike. So you might be saying, Ilias, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't have a mountain right in front of my doorstep. And yeah, of course, that's the case for almost every single city. But I guarantee you that there is not a place anywhere in the world, there is not a city anywhere in the world where there is not a mountain close by. It might be 40 minutes away, it might be 1 hour away from your home, but just going out there and hiking or walking on a mountain or a small hill or basically out in the nature will give you a fresh perspective on your photography and basically a fresh perspective on all the places which are really beautiful and are basically 1 hour away from your doorstep. Last weekend I went for a hike on a mountain which was 1.5 hours away from my home, and it was one of the hardest things that I had to do, but it was also really rewarding in terms of images, in terms of experience, in terms of videos. It was something really mind-blowing, and you have no idea how much this small experience will help you to get inspired again in doing photography. So if you are tired of your hometown and you really feel after 20-30 years that you have photographed everything, then try to find these unique nature spots which exist about 1 hour away from where you live. You cannot sit here and tell me that you have explored everything that is 1 hour away from your doorstep. I cannot believe that, and if you did that, then it's time to move out. And one last final tip that I can give you guys is to basically switch it up a little bit, switch your photography type a little bit. What I mean by that is basically you can try to do, I don't know, portrait photography, car photography, something like that. If you're doing street photography every day and you know your hometown so well, then I bet that you can get a few models and you can create some really stunning images with the locations that you already know. And one other type of photography that you can do is maybe car photography. So imagine all the streets that you photograph, all the beautiful streets that you have photographed with a really nice vintage car or a really nice sports car. You might want to try that out and give a new fresh breath to your own perspective by simply adding a car or a model in your frames. Alright guys, these are all the tips that I can give you in order to help you out shooting more in your hometown with gaining a little bit more of that inspiration back. I know that it might not be easy to get inspired again in your hometown. I myself struggling a lot by doing photography in Athens because I always feel that I have captured everything, but I always prove myself wrong, and I'm pretty sure that you can prove yourself wrong as well. So let me know down below if you have yourself any other tips that you can share with me and the rest of the comment section. And like I said, if you're new here, maybe consider subscribing and even liking this video. This really helps out with the algorithm. And yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. I'm truly grateful for every single one of you that choose to spend a little bit of time by watching my videos. This really means the world to me, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.